It's your domain. What would you say?
I agree. He's not done a hell of a lot to make you feel like, yes, I'm convinced he's the long-term answer. I think right now where the team are at, his style, does it fit what they're doing? Yes, because he stretches the game, he makes different runs in behind. But I do feel that the way they play with goal-scoring wingers, Saka's a goal-scoring winger, Trossard's a goal-scoring winger, you do need maybe someone different in there at times because he needs to be fed. He needs to be that focal point. He needs to be the main man. People feeding him to score goals and giving him chances. He doesn't shoot often. His shot output's down from when it was at his time at Sporting. He averaged maybe 3 to 4 shots per game. There he's averaging under 2 for Arsenal. So we're talking about a guy who, at the end of the day, if you want to get the best out of a player who's centre forward scoring 30-plus goals a season, we look at someone like Erling Haaland. He's had 54 shots this season, maybe more now after the game. You're looking at a guy in Gyökeres, who I think has only had 17 prior to tonight. So all in all, yes, he's had some injuries and things, but I think his type of striker, you need to play for them. It can't be, we're going to get 10 goals from here, 7 from there, 9 from there. He needs to be the focal point.
When he was at Sporting, obviously they played under Amorim, they played 3 at the back, 2 wing-backs. So I would have imagined he'd have been getting a lot more service with right-footers, like playing the ball into the space so he can maybe come onto it. Obviously, it's a slightly different proposition at Arsenal because Saka wants to get it back onto his left foot, chop it back, or Martinelli or Trossard. Do you think that can make a difference sometimes for forward, that he doesn't perhaps get the service?
Yeah, I mean, the service, again, it's... If you're the striker going into an environment where a team's had success, which Arsenal have, they've not lifted the Premier League, but they've been knocking on the door time and time again. The answer on the outside from ourselves was potentially it's a goal-scoring centre-forward, but you then have to change as a team in order to let this player fit into what you're doing. So if I look at Arsenal now and I look at the wingers, you could say, OK, Eze, he's not a goal-driven winger. He's a assist guy. He's a guy who's going to advance the ball forward. So in turn, you would imagine that he could build chemistry. Saka, of course, is an all-round brilliant player, but the point I'm trying to make is, with strikers like that, the service has to be for them. It can make you more one-dimensional, which I don't think is what Arsenal want to do. You see the plethora of ways which they can score goals, which is why I think they're so good. But in bringing Gyökeres, when you're playing against Arsenal with him centre-forward, they are a very different team to having Marino, Havertz or Gabriel Jesus. I think they're slightly more fluid as an attack when those guys are playing. But when you have Gyökeres playing centre-forward, it's almost like we've got to feed him. He's a running behind kind of guy. Those guys who stretch the game and make those runs in behind aren't giving you much coming to feet. They're not going to be linking the play. They're not going to be bringing other guys in or potentially getting assists for players to play in behind. So in turn, their main driving force is, I'm going to hold the ball up as best I can, but my main thing is making runs in behind to score goals. That's what he was brought to do. So it's an Arteta conundrum, really, in a sense of... And it's a good thing, I suppose, because you do say, OK, well, we've got horses for courses. If we're playing against a certain style, we go with Gyökeres. We've got Marino.
Where does it suit more? Does it suit more playing away from home when there might be a bit more space behind a back four?
I would say so, but again, once you're playing for a team where everybody is trying to stop you, even when you're playing against teams away from home, you're going to face, low blocks from time to time. I think it's about his game evolving to suit the team, but also the team evolving to suit him. But they've got so many different answers, and I think when you've got Marino, you've got Havertz coming back, and you've got Gabriel Jesus, who's now fit, who's been very good for Arsenal. Now the manager does have, many decisions and many options in his camp, which is good, but it's going to be difficult for Gyökeres to be the only focal point, because I just think Arsenal aren't set up to just serve the striker. They've got too many good players in too many different positions to now change this season to do that.
Daniel Sturridge went straight to the heart of the problem. This striker needs to be the focal point. At Sporting, everything ran through him. Wingbacks, early crosses, balls into space. He was fed constantly. At Arsenal, that doesn't exist. This is a team built on shared goals, fluid movement, and wingers who want to score themselves. Sturridge highlighted the numbers that matter most. His shots per game have collapsed, from 3 or 4 a match to under 2. That's not a confidence issue. That's a system issue. He's not a link-up striker. He's not dropping deep and creating. He's there to finish moves. And right now, Arsenal aren't set up to serve him.
What did you make of Gyökeres' all-round performance, Jamie?
He did okay. It's a struggle for him at the moment. I think he's finding it hard up there. That's his 5th goal this season. He doesn't look, for whatever reason, and it shouldn't be the case because he's been in the English leagues before, it looks like he's really struggling with the physicality of it because he's a very big guy. I very rarely see him win a duel one-on-one when I thought he could have physically overpowered people. In terms of his finesse and touch and bringing people into play, not good enough. He's finding it tough. He needs a little bit of confidence. I don't think look, he's never going to be like a Bergkamp that's going to bring the ball, roll people and play little clever passes. He's a battering ram that's going to score goals and make big moments and hopefully win you games. The argument tonight, yes, he won the game, but he won it with a penalty. Now, you want to see him winning games with like really important goals, you know, that are going to make the difference in the big games. At the moment, he's done okay. I don't think you could say anything more than that. Daniel, you're a centre-forward.
Jamie Redknapp didn't hold back. Yes, he scored, but it was a penalty. And for a striker bought to win Arsenal titles, that's not enough. Redknapp pointed out something uncomfortable. For such a big, physical striker, he's not winning enough duels, not imposing himself, not dominating defenders. He called the performance okay, and at Arsenal, okay doesn't cut it. Redknapp's underlying message was clear. Arsenal didn't sign him to survive games. They signed him to decide them. Right now, he looks like a passenger in a very good team. So Arsenal are at a crossroads. Do they change the system to serve their striker or accept that he's just one option in a more flexible attack? Because right now, neither the player nor the system looks fully convinced by the other. Let me know in the comments. Should Arteta adapt the team for him or move on if this doesn't click fast? Like the video, subscribe for more Premier League breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one.